The secret of the child. The storm that night was merciless. Rain poured over the marble streets, wind howled through alleys, and shadows stretched long beneath broken streetlights. People hurried past, protecting themselves beneath umbrellas, their eyes fixed ahead, pretending not to see the suffering around them. But Isabella Moreau always saw. The daughter of an empire, a woman wrapped in wealth and influence, Isabella was used to the glittering halls of banquets, the cold negotiations of business dinners, the silence of empty rooms. Yet what caught her heart that night was not a contract, nor a jewel, nor a promise of fortune. It was a fragile silhouette crouched under the dripping edge of an abandoned building. A woman, thin, trembling, with hair plastered to her face by rain, and in her arms a baby wrapped in a faded pink blanket, whimpering softly against the storm. Isabella stopped in her tracks. Her driver stepped forward, umbrella ready. "Madame, you'll catch cold." She raised a hand. "Stay here." Her heels struck the pavement as she crossed the street, ignoring the splashes of water that ruined her silk dress. The homeless woman looked up in alarm, as though expecting to be scolded or pushed away. "I'm not begging for myself," she whispered quickly. Her voice cracked, weak with exhaustion. "Please, just something for the baby. She hasn't eaten." Isabella crouched, ignoring the rain dripping down her hair. The baby stirred, her tiny hand escaping the blanket. Fingers so small, so fragile, reaching for something unseen. "What's her name?" Isabella asked softly. The woman hesitated, then whispered, "Sophia." "And yours?" "Elena." For a long heartbeat, Isabella studied them. She saw fear in Elena's eyes, but also strength, the kind that only a mother fighting for her child could carry. Isabella rose, decision already forming. "Come with me," she said firmly. Elena blinked in shock. No, I can't. People don't trust me. They think I'll steal. Just, please, food for her. That's all." But Isabella extended her hand. "You're coming with me, both of you." The guest house. That night, Elena and Sophia slept in warmth for the first time in months. Isabella prepared a guest house on her estate. Clean sheets, hot meals, even toys waiting in a chest. Elena walked around in disbelief, touching the walls as if afraid they might vanish. The next evening, Isabella's family learned of her choice. Her mother slammed her glass on the dining table. "Have you lost your mind, Isabella? Bringing a stranger from the streets into our home? Do you not understand the risk?" Across the table, Victor Moreau, Isabella's husband, remained silent. His fork barely touched his food. "She's not a thief," Isabella argued. "She's a mother. She was out there in the cold with her child. Would you have me walk away?" Her mother's eyes narrowed. "You are too soft. That softness will destroy you." But Isabella refused to listen. In the days that followed, she spent more time with Elena. She taught her how to cook with the servants, offered her clothes, encouraged her to write letters again. Elena, shy at first, revealed a gentle soul and an unbreakable devotion to her baby. Soon, Isabella and Elena shared laughter, long talks, even secrets. Little Sophia, meanwhile, adored Isabella. Her giggles filled the air whenever Isabella carried her. For the first time in years, Isabella felt a sense of family that money had never given her. Signs in the shadows. But something unsettled her. Victor. Each time he crossed paths with Elena and Sophia, something flickered in his expression. He would stare at the child with an intensity that unsettled Isabella. Guilt, sorrow, tenderness. One evening, she found him standing outside the guest house, watching through the window as Elena sang Sophia to sleep. His hands were clenched at his sides. "Victor," Isabella whispered. He flinched, forcing a smile. "I was only curious. The child reminds me of someone." But his voice was unsteady. Isabella's chest tightened.
The resemblance. Weeks later, Isabella cradled Sophia in her arms. The baby laughed, her dimples appearing, her eyes sparkling with a light Isabella knew too well. She froze. Those dimples, that gaze, that smile, it was Victor's. Her heart stopped. She stared at the child, her mind racing, her stomach twisting. Denial fought with certainty, but the resemblance was undeniable. That night, trembling, she confronted him. "Tell me the truth," she demanded. "Is Sophia your daughter?" Victor paled. He tried to deny it, but Isabella's tears cut through him. At last his voice broke. "Yes," he whispered, "she's mine." The world collapsed around her. Her husband, the man she trusted, had fathered this child. "How could you?" Isabella cried. "How could you let your own child suffer in the streets?" Victor buried his face in his hands. "I didn't know. Years ago. A mistake. I never knew she was pregnant." But Isabella's heart felt torn beyond repair. Dudderson. Eleanor's confession. The next morning, Isabella sought Elena. Tears streamed down the young woman's face as she confessed, "I never wanted you to find out this way. I never asked him for anything. I didn't even want to come near you. I only wanted my daughter to survive. When you brought us here, I thought God was mocking me, but I swear I never meant to hurt you." Isabella's chest ached. She wanted to hate Elena, but she couldn't. The woman before her wasn't a rival. She was another victim. And Sophia was blameless. The choice. Her mother's warning echoed in her mind. Nothing good will come of this. Her family pressed her to send Elena away. "This is humiliation, Isabella. Drive her out. End this scandal before it destroys you." But Isabella could not abandon Sophia. She had become part of her heart, part of her soul. So she made a decision that shocked them all. She left Victor. She walked away from his empire, from the glittering halls and the endless wealth. But she did not abandon Elena and Sophia. Instead, she gave them a home of their own, secured their future, and chose to remain in their lives. Elena tried to refuse. "I can't accept this. You owe me nothing." Isabella clasped her hands. "Listen to me. You may have been his mistake, but to me you are my sister. And Sophia, she is not only his child, she is mine too." The two women embraced, bound not by blood, but by love stronger than betrayal. Epilogue. Years passed. Sophia grew into a bright, joyful girl. She had two mothers who loved her fiercely, Elena, who gave her life, and Isabella, who gave her a future. Isabella never remarried. Instead, she dedicated her life to helping women like Elena, mothers forgotten, voices silenced by poverty. She turned her wealth into a refuge for the broken. When asked why she had abandoned luxury, Isabella only smiled. "Because true riches are not measured in gold," she said softly. "They are found in the family we choose to save." And though betrayal had once broken her heart, Isabella carried no bitterness. She had discovered something greater than pain, forgiveness, sisterhood, and redemption in the laughter of a child.